When seriously considering a new career move or going into a different industry, you want to know, is that business you're contemplating recession-friendly? Well, what do we mean? Well, we've seen businesses and industries that kind of bob and weave with the times, economic times. When things dip economically, so does that business or industry. Other businesses seem to kind of ride the wave on an even keel, despite any kind of bumpiness in the economy. What about fine porcelain in art restoration? Well, there's 8 distinct types of customers that kind of make this we might call a recession-friendly business. So let's get right into those 8 different types of customers. Number 1 is the wealthy. And, I mean, what can we say? With the wealthy, money is no object. They can very easily go out and buy very, very expensive art, antiques, and fine porcelain. They can just as easily go out and have these invisibly restored if they're seriously damaged or broken. You see, recessions don't affect the rich. They might read about it in the papers, but really doesn't affect their spending habits pretty much. Second category is those who own something of tremendous sentimental value. Now, in dealing with people like this, I've been very surprised very often, even if there are other identical replacements for the piece, looks exactly the same, they're readily available, they're much, much cheaper than the restoration. They want their piece back. They want it restored, regardless of the time or the cost involved. In fact, I had a conversation years ago with a lady, and I told her because of the catastrophic nature of the repair, it's going to take a long time. And gee, that's fine. I was kind of hoping it would, because it's going to take me a long time to save up for this repair so I can pay you when you're finished. You see, to them, their piece, for whatever reason, whether it's a family heirloom or it's anchored to a cherished memory, to them, it's priceless. They're not going to balk at having it repaired as soon as possible, regardless of any kind of economic hardship going on in their life at that time. These are your best customers. Now, moving on to number 3, those with high-end or even priceless items. Something costs tens of thousands of dollars. Not repairing it is out of the question. It's simply not even thinkable. If they spent that much, it means they want the piece and they have enough to get it restored and back with them again. Category number 4 of our customers are the dealers who can't afford not to fix it. Now I'll explain that. You see, he has too much invested in it. Maybe he spent $2,000 on the piece and he needs to get $4,000 out of it. And now, because it was damaged in his possession, well, he owns it. Now he's got to eat that. Now he's not going to walk away and just write off $2,000. He's going to go ahead and restore it so he can recoup his $2,000, make a little bit less profit, so he'll recoup his investment, pay for the repair, and still make a little bit of money. He simply has too much invested. He's not going to walk away from it. Category number 5. We're all conscientious, so we're talking about those who feel obligated to repair something that they broke. You ever been a house guest or at a dinner party and you broke something? Of course, you know what you're going to do. You're going to have it fixed. If you can find someone to fix it, and you'll be glad to pay for it. If not, you'll replace it. But we're hoping, in this case, we'll be able to restore it. Or maybe you're a pet owner. Your dog runs through the house, or maybe parents can relate to this. Maybe your children got a little too rambunctious in the house and broke something. You know you're going to pay for it. If you can find someone to repair it, you'll gladly pay that cost. Customer category number 6. Those who really are obligated to fix something. Cleaning services carry insurance for this very purpose. Maybe contractors come into your house, they're fixing something, and the ladder bumps the wrong thing, and now you've got a serious damage to your piece of art or fine porcelain. So someone who damages something while they're in your home are going to fix it regardless. Even if they lose money on what they're doing, you know they're going to fix it because it's just good business. 7th category are people who are insured. We're talking about couriers, carriers, moving companies, companies like UPS and Federal Express. They automatically usually have a certain amount of insurance that comes automatically, and then you can opt to have even more insurance. So these are companies who carry insurance for that very purpose, and all of a sudden they're clearly at fault when something arrives damaged. This happens every single day, regardless of the economy. Yeah, whether it's a strong or weak economy, it's got nothing to do with it. People ship things every day, and if so many million packages, so many get damaged, they're insured and they're repaired, and that can be done. Which brings us to number 8, the insurance companies themselves. I've had the privilege of being able to deal with some of these insurance companies and just try to imagine, here's their quandary here. We have a $3,000 piece of porcelain that was broken. Let me see, it would be $1,500 to get it repaired, $3,000 to replace it. What am I going to do? Oh, you know what they're going to do. They're going to call you, and they're going to have it restored invisibly and professionally rather than have to replace it sometimes at double or triple the cost. So, considering these 8 categories we just talked about, which one of these really would hold off in a bad economy and not pay right up front, try to deal with it and settle this immediately because the economy is bad at this particular time? Well, seriously, in my 20 years, I would have to say none of the above. So this is why this is a very recession-friendly business to get into, one you should seriously consider. So, find Porcelain Restoration. What are you waiting for?